Hi everyone, in this update we're going to talk you through our huge list of changes for 1.1 update for RTBR. We've spent the last 3 weeks patching, parsing and prototyping new features for the mod and facelifting existing features, and these are now ready for you to try out right now. If you'd like some more detail, then take a listen to our G-Man voice actor, CW3D, who's going to run through some of the bigger changes with you.
Hey everyone, my name's CW3D and I'm the G-Man voice actor for RTBR. Whilst we've covered over 40 individual changes in this update, I'll just be summing up some of the bigger ones here. You can check out the ModDB article if you'd like to see the full list of changes. First off, I'll talk about some pretty important graphical changes we've made within the mod. Firstly, improved the medkit and suit battery textures. Egon retextured these two items to create better consistency between medkits and give a facelift of old assets, and they look great. Also, Egon remodeled the Consul statue to bring in consistency with the new Consul character model, giving Consul Plaza 02 a better feel within the mod. Broadly, we made changes to the materials of a lot of models, props and enemies, in light of feedback regarding how some of them were looking. You'll be able to notice these changes pretty noticeably in game. Next, some changes to sound design within the mod. There's lots of changes to NPC sounds throughout the mod to fix issues with footsteps, idle sounds, and more. We also redid the soundtrack for most maps. We reorganized the soundtrack due to a change in direction regarding the score for the mod. You can check out some of the new tracks over on our SoundCloud in the album Vector Era. A few words on mapping next. Every map was given a passover. Some maps have bigger changes whilst others just have a few tweaks. But all these changes were based off feedback that we got publicly, and we think that they make a good addition to the level design. Keep in mind, of course, that we'll be doing a full, large-scale pass of the first round of maps too. We just thought we'd address some of the more glaring concerns to bring things up to notch. Lastly, we made some broader back-end changes to the mod, making a few changes that are quality of life improvements, like optimizing file size, reorganizing the layout of the mod, and setting up a new system for naming parts. Instead of this release being called Chapter 1, we're splitting it into 3 chapters within that, and calling the overall release Division 1. These chapters begin at the intro, train station, and construction, so that people who wish to replay the mod have more options as to where and how they do so. A few visual updates were also made to the menus for better aesthetics. Thanks for sticking it out. As you can see, there's a huge list of changes here. I'm gonna now head things back over to Kralik so he can now wrap up the update.
In the meantime, this is where I get off.
Thanks CW. We've made lots of progress as you can see, but now we hunker down and start getting even more serious. We've taken on new people since shipping the mod, who will help us in a massive pass over Division 1 to facelift all the maps further, bringing new features and new functionality, and they will form the more or less final version of RTBR Division 1 sometime in the future. In the meantime, we have others beginning work blocking out the rest of Division 2, so that when the big Chapter 1 update is finally complete, we can begin work on Division 2 too. Before ending up for now, then, I'd want to say we're looking for a few roles on the team, as ever. First of all, programmers. We're looking for a dedicated and competent programmer who can dedicate a lot of time to the mod, setting up custom functionality and features we have in mind. Number 2, level designers. More level designers who are competent with visuals, gameplay design and more will be handy for developing Division 1 and leading the charge on Division 2. And finally, voice actors. We're still in need of someone able to make a good crack at Eli Maxwell's voice for Chapter 2. If any of these roles interest you, please add me on Discord at Kralik #0901. That's all for now. These last 2 weeks have been a very busy time for us, but as we hunker down and get back to work, we'll continue to be active on Twitter, ModDB, and on our public Discord. Stay tuned, we've no intention of stopping now, and we're fully equipped to continue pushing forwards, all the way to the Citadel. Thanks for watching.